Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. This week's Parsha is Parshat Tetzaveh. Just like last week's Parsha, this week's Parsha is a little hard to understand on just the simple level of understanding. So this morning I heard a beautiful Dvar Torah from my Rosh Yeshiva, Rav Yitzchak Berkowitz, and he brought out a very, very impactful message. So this week's Parsha is all about the big day kahuna, the clothes of the Kohen, right, of the Kohanim, which served right over there. Hopefully they'll be back and serving very soon. Anyway, so this week's Parsha is all about the clothes that the Kohanim wore. So, what do these clothes represent, right? So the Rosh Yeshiva was saying that when the Kohen puts on these clothes, it's just like when we put on a suit, right? The Kohen has a heightened level of seriousness. When we go to a serious event, right, we're putting on nice clothes. That's what we do. It could just be that we're more serious because we don't want to get our nice clothes dirty. But, anyway, when we go to a serious event, we put on nice clothes, right? Because we want ourselves to be more serious. So too does the Kohen. He does the same thing. He puts on these nice clothes, right? And he goes into the Beit HaMikdash and he does the service of God, of Hashem. It's a little windy. Anyway, so we see this, and all the more so on Yom Kippur, the Cohen God goes into Kodesh HaKodashim, the most holy part of the Beit HaMikdash, and he puts on even extra garments, an extra layer of seriousness, and he offers a korban to Hashem. And if he does something wrong, he dies. So he really has to take himself seriously. So that's great for the Kohen, right? The Kohanim at times of Mishkan and Beit HaMikdash had these clothes to remind them that they need a heightened sense of seriousness. But the lesson for all of us is that in everything we do, we should also have a heightened sense of seriousness. But how do we remind ourselves, right? We don't have these clothes to remind ourselves. So, the Rosh Yeshiva said something beautiful. Really, we do have clothes to remind ourselves that we should be seriousness, that we should have a level of seriousness, right? And those clothes are our bodies. Hashem created us, or Hashem gave these clothes to the Kohanim. He said, wear these clothes. So too, He created us in B'Tselem Elokim. He created us in the image of God. A piece of God is inside of us, each and every one of us, right? So since He created us in Tselem Elokim, that's our sign, that's our signal to act with a heightened sense of seriousness. All the more so, throughout history, when is it that people can't take themselves seriously, right? It's when they're too pompous, too self-important, right? Too egotistical. They say, I'm too good. I don't need to do this, right? I don't need to take this seriously. I don't need to do it. I'm too good. But in today's day and age, we have a separate problem. People aren't too pompous, too self-important, too egotistical. It's the opposite. People today have low self-esteem. Right? It's true. That's what social media does to us. We see other people doing things that we'd rather be doing, which that creates a lower level of self-esteem for us. So for everyone with this issue, which is all of us, right? How do we enable ourselves to have a heightened level of seriousness? Now, we all have these clothes that Hashem gave us, our bodies, right? Therefore, next time you feel a low level of self-esteem, you're not feeling great, you just have to realize, you just have to open your eyes. Don't go on social media and lower your self-esteem even more by seeing what other people are doing. Go in front of a mirror, open your eyes, and see, look at what Hashem gave me. Hashem gave me these clothes to wear, right? I'm guarding a piece of Hashem, my neshama inside of me. Therefore, I should act with the same level of seriousness and carefulness that the Kohanim did in their avoda, in their service. Right? So I give everyone a bracha that next time we're feeling down, we don't lower our self-esteem even more, which is a big pitfall in today's day and age, but rather we open up our eyes and see the greatness that Hashem has instilled in each and every one of us to get over our low self-esteem and accomplish seriousness, and with that, we could succeed in anything. Shabbat Shalom.